Hey everybody, it's Annette. How you guys doing? We ready for Snowmageddon round two? I'm ready. I feel a lot better about it because it's supposed to only be snow. Ice strikes fear in any southerner because we know and we've seen what ice can do. But that's not what I'll talk about today. I think the snow's supposed to start about 2 a.m. I did take my foster kitten to meet transport today. He is traveling to Maryland, where he will be united with his new mama, and as well as all the other lucky dogs, puppies, kittens, and cats who are getting adopted. I definitely pray for their safety, and I always have that on the back of my mind whenever they're traveling because that's precious cargo. Don't want to ever think like, and it's happened before. Typically, independent drivers or whatever, or transports where something went wrong. This is a very reliable transport. All transports are not created equal, but this one is very structured, very safety conscious, and the way they have the animals spaced out and in their own crates and on different shelves and everything, they have them very secure in there. But still, anytime someone's driving with all those pets, the you pray for the drivers, you pray for the pets, and for the people who are waiting on them, because however many they have on there, say there's 20 pets on there, it's 20 people, families that are going to be receiving happiness tonight, or rather this morning. They're going to get in kind of late. But I will discuss fostering later on, and the benefits of it and why I do it. And that'll be a good topic for another video. What I wanted to talk about today, y'all, I miss Steve Jobs. I have worked and can work on both Apple and PC, but I've noticed since Mr. Jobs passed away that it seems like, and I don't understand this, but nothing should be this difficult. I am not that technologically illiterate. I know you probably wouldn't know that from my videos, but this is new territory for me, so give me grace. But everything is so flippin' complicated. Why? An Apple ID, it never remembers me. Okay, so one example, the horror of having purchased a plethora of songs that I still have on an iPod. Okay, except Monday I picked up the iPod. There were no songs on it. I was like, holy cow, because I had amassed quite a collection, and I still have the big iPad speaker in the basement when I'm cleaning up, be bopping around to that. It's what I used. I put many miles listening to those songs, walking, running, whatever, exercising. They were all gone. I had to go through rings of fire, dragons, down to the depths of what felt like hell, trying to get that resolved. And I did get that resolved on my own. I mean, but looking on nerd boards, okay, obviously needed help from some of the nerd boards because I didn't know what was going on. It was the weirdest thing ever. It's like they were there, they're my songs, I paid for them. I could still see them on my iTunes on the computer, but I couldn't see them on the iPod. So trying to get them back on there was very arduous. So give it like, last year sometime. This has been going on This thing, this, yeah, it's old, okay? Oh, you see my little light there, sorry. I got this old iPad. Hold up, though, it's not reflecting off of stuff. I've had it for years, had great service off of it, have games on here that I've downloaded. I also have another iPod I got off of one man's junk years ago. I think now it's Facebook Marketplace. But this little dandy thing. Sorry, y'all. I was in the middle of my rant when I pressed the wrong button on my remote. Arms flying, touching things. What I was saying was that it acted like it didn't know me. It wanted me to activate it like it was a new iPad. And of course, every time I go through this, every single time, I don't care when I try to log in, like once I get that password reset, then you go back on there and it's like, incorrect ID or password. I have got you written down. I know I have got the right one. So, of course, it didn't know. Reset the password. We're going to send it to your devices. It has my cell phone, which is a Samsung. So that was useless. It wasn't going to send it to that. It was going to send it to my email and then also send me a text, but it could take up to 3 days for password recovery. This is even after I confirmed my email, had them send a code to my phone number, keyed in the code, went through those hoops to have it say it's going to take about 3 days. I got that code today, which was ludicrous. Number one, that you have to wait. You're doing this two-factor authentication, if I'm saying that right, and everything else, and confirming with your phone, confirming with your email, and it still wants to send the password reset separately. It's too much work. It's too arduous. So when I got it today to do the reset, it's kind of held in there. And it's like, oh, is this going to even work? Because I don't even trust Apple anymore. I really don't. And again, the only reason I would get a used one is to just combine all these games on a newer system. But it did work, and I got in. Was able to get the photos from this iPad, plugged it up to my laptop. To get this resolved, I was using a laptop, problem iPad, working iPad, iPhone without a SIM card because I use this for a game I play called Zombies Run, and I just use it for that app. If you've ever never done Zombies Run, you got to check it out. So 4 devices trying to resolve the one. Plugged up the iPad to the PC, and if I'm boring you to death, take a nap now, I'm sorry. But plugged it up through the USB port, transferred all the photos. So my other plan was to get the apps transferred to this one and then just wipe the other one clean and get it out of my face as quick as I could. Went to try to log on to the App Store here. Even though I had the ID and everything, and the iTunes is linked with it, cannot connect to iTunes Store. Looked at all the troubleshooting things and had everything set where it needed to be set. I don't know what it wants, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to keep this one, the paperweight, on life support until I get another one. And then once I get another one and can pull those games off of it, or at least get the games off the paperweight onto another iPad. I have never wanted to frisbee something so bad as I've wanted to frisbee this iPad. But that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. Main thing was definitely get the photos off. And then I had an app that had home inventory. I had to delete that. And I couldn't do any of that because I could not get into it. So, is it just me? Maybe it is. Maybe all this is user error, but I really don't get it because technology is supposed to make our lives easier. And the one thing I will say about Apple, at least in the past, you could not, very, very few viruses could get into it the way it's designed. It was, at one time, I don't know if it still is, the most secure system. Whereas anything and everything can break into a PC. But I can still use my PCs, my legacy PCs, my updated laptop that my friend gave me. And it was my friend who passed away. It was her son. So I didn't want y'all to read anything weird into that. It was just, he had gotten it for her and he passed it to me. Why is it so hard? Why does it have to be so difficult? Nothing else we do on any other platform, device, phone, tablet, or anything is this difficult. And I don't understand that. Is this the Apple trend now? You Apple people, please tell me, is this the way it is? Or do you always have it? Do they make you live in perpetual hell if you have older devices because you're not buying the newer things? I really have questions about this, about how this works. I'm not going to stand in a line. I'm not going to get the newest thing on the market. Never have, not gonna. I'm just not. It's too expensive. And I know how Apple works because I had a boss who would go to the Apple store and get the newest, best, and everything. His budget, his rules. My budget, my rules. My budget was not to spend that kind of money. I think even if I had that kind of money, I don't think I would ever do that. I just don't see me ever buying the newest thing that comes out. I'm always going to buy a little older, like 2 or 3 years older, because by then it's affordable. If you buy it when it's brand new, then you're spending a lot of money. Be patient, wait a year or two, and then the next system's going to come out and you can get the real cool one that was unaffordable at one time. But that's my Apple rant. I'm going to get off of here, combine both these videos together. Sorry about that. When I want it to cut off the video, it won't cut off the video. When I accidentally touch it, there it goes. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Hey, Mrs. Steve. He was a really awesome guy. He really was. He had good technology going, and I don't know if I'm just associating all the things wrong that I'm finding with my stuff on his passing and the people who run it now, or if this is just a thing with the Apple products. Let me know your thoughts if you're interested. Love y'all. Have a good night.